Good morning, Print Fam! Happy Tuesday! I already had BNI this morning, so it's been productive so far. Printed a bunch of heat transfer latex that I forgot to film since I was printing during BNI. We have already printed 30 white toner transfers. The heat press is almost warmed up and we got to do the marrying process. Then we'll cut them down. Then we got to go deliver them. So we're going to deliver the heat transfers, some hand sanitizer labels, and some masks. So good times this morning. I appreciate you being here. My name's Darren. Welcome back to the print shop. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But let's get started with the day. Alright, you guys are on a time lapse. We're doing white toner, but at the same time we're printing some business cards and wedding announcements. So they just popped out of the printer, and we're gonna do our usual print one, cut it, make sure we're happy, and then we'll proceed to print all of them. We have 450 5x7 wedding announcements and 2,000 business cards. So, the barcode reader's not on. I was printing a job that was really long, and it cuts faster if the barcode reader's not on. It's thinking about it. Doesn't want to. Yeah. I'll get the setup. We'll swap the time lapse over here. We'll go from there. "19 of my 30 sheets done. They're all cut down, ready to deliver. Just have to press the rest of them. Business cards are cutting in the other room. I'm doing them in sets of 12 so that I can stack them in the box, because 24 equals 500. There's 2,000. Each box will have 500. So I'm a little close on time. I'm supposed to be there in the next hour. So I'm nervous. It'll take me a minimum of 30 minutes just to do the transfers. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. All right, delivery is made. I forgot my wallet and I need more paper, so I had to go back. Then I'm picking up something for the wife that she bought off Facebook or something or other. Now I'm gonna go get some paper. We'll go back, print some wedding announcements, and hopefully that'll, oh, we gotta weed that vinyl that we printed earlier. But hopefully that'll be it, because that'd be nice. Print fam, I think my life is just meant to be drama. So, went to go make the deliveries, and I didn't tell you guys this, but I forgot my wallet. So I drove 15 minutes away, made my first delivery, drove 15 minutes back to get my wallet, then drove and picked something up for my wife, which is where I said, hey, I'm doing this, and drop offs. Then I went to the paper store. And on the way home from the paper store, my truck, it's an old truck, it's a 93 Dodge. It's just a grandpa truck, is what I call it. While I was driving, speed limit is 70 here. I was doing probably 65 because I'm an old man. And all of a sudden it would rev up really high. And it would do that for like a mile, and then it would calm back down. And then it would rev up really high, and then it would calm down. And then it would rev up really high. You get the idea. My neighbor happens to own a shop halfway between the paper store and home. So I stopped by his shop. I was like, hey, do you have a minute? Can you look at this? Can you tell me what's wrong? Well, my transmission was missing like all or half, or it was missing a lot of fluid. So they filled it up. They had me drive around town. They filled it up again. Came home. On the way home, it did it twice. It didn't do it nearly as much as before, but it did it twice. And so, like, the frustrating thing, I literally had the car inspected yesterday. Literally. I went and had it inspected. You would think that they would check fluids and stuff. They didn't. My coolant was also low. They filled that up. It cost me $10 and a blizzard. I called his wife, because they're my neighbor, and asked what his favorite blizzard was. But I also got a referral out of it, so it was kind of a blessing in disguise. But seriously, like, I broke down crying in my car because I was like, seriously, can there be one more thing that goes wrong right now? Like, I'm feeling stressed about money, and I'm feeling stressed about business and working too much, and now I'm having car problems. I had a little cry session in the car. I'm feeling much better now. Got back with the paper. We got the wedding announcements printed. Bob is working on the inserts for some of them and the envelopes. And we also have a business card order. So for some reason it didn't sync with Dropbox. Secretly, I think it's because I signed up for business Dropbox, and apparently you have to have 3 licenses for business. And so I went to like pay my first payment, and they're like, oh, you have to have 3. And so I messaged them and was like, I don't want 3. So it's not business anymore. So that's probably why it didn't sync, because he probably hasn't corrected it or re-logged in since I switched it to an individual account. So don't tell Bob. He doesn't watch every day. He only watches when it looks very interesting to him. So hopefully we'll get those printed tonight. We'll do the envelopes tomorrow. I'm gonna do a few more administrative things, and then if Bob has sent me his stuff, we'll get that printed. We did also, you saw Bob in the time lapse, he came over to help get some HP Latex stuff that I printed this morning, weeded and taped so the customer could come pick it up. They already did so he was here for a minute. On with the rest of the day. All right, so I was asked about Monday.com again, so I thought I would do just a quick overview of how I use Monday.com. Monday.com has what they call workspaces, and then I made all those workspaces visible on a single dashboard. So I have a workspace for paper printing, a workspace for embroidery, large format, promotional products, etc. And it helps out a ton. So I've blurred out the people's names just because most of the time you can see it in their artwork, but just for this, we're going to blur it out. But, sorry, mute my phone. It makes it really simple. So if you look at paper printing, we have set up the entire workflow. So we have like quick info about like what the card is if it's not apparent by the description, which usually has the customer's name. We have the due date if there's a specific due date. We have the status. This is more for the salesman. So we have like 1, done, quoted, lost, pending, needs to be worked on, archive, etc. So that way it's like me, if I get something in my email, I can come in and put it as quoted. So that way I know that it's here, I know that I need to follow up with it, or if I know I need to quote it, then I can have it to be, needs to be worked on, or if it's 1 and we're doing the job, then I'll mark it as 1. We then mark the salesperson because that's how automations are triggered based off of who the salesperson is. Like if I mark that I don't know, like I need information for the invoice, then it sends it to whoever the salesperson is. And we've got artwork, so whether it's approved, waiting on us, waiting on the customer, if it's at Penji, we've got the priority. If it's like this one is supposed to be due today, it's already done, but it's normal because it was put in a couple of days ago. We have the invoice status so that I know for accounting purposes. We have a PO number, that way we can search it. We tie that PO in with QuickBooks so that I can just type it. We also tie that PO in with the artwork so that if I don't happen to know where the artwork is, I can just search Dropbox for the PO number and find it. Then we have the media, how many they want, and then the production. So once Bob sold the job and it's gone through the artwork and approval and all of that, then he marks it ready. So in this case, you can see that this job is ready to print. And we can see that it's 500 pieces, that it's the glossy cover, and that I need to send them the invoice. So once I print it, then I can mark that it's done, or I can mark that I'm in the progress of printing it, or there's an issue, with artwork. And we have different automations set up for each of them. And then we have the same thing for every type of project. So this is printing, and printing has its own workflow. Embroidery has its own workflow. Large format has its own workflow. So I absolutely love Monday.com, and it makes it super easy to know what's going on in my business. All right, print fam, I'm going to call it a night for now. Bob's stuff is syncing. He called me and was like, there was a Dropbox update, so it'll be a minute and you'll have it. So I'm just not feeling it, so I'm gonna go inside and go to bed early. So we'll get them printed tomorrow, not a huge deal, and we'll go from there. So tomorrow we've got some envelopes, some inserts, and some business cards, along with some large form. I know there's some stickers or something that Bob mentioned that need to be done. So we'll get those wrapped up tomorrow. In the meantime, if you have any questions about what I do, why I do it, how I do it, etc., leave those questions down in the comments. Like you can, sharing the videos. Really appreciate you. You help keep me motivated. If you guys want to support the channel, you can do so with the links down in the description. Amazon affiliate, Patreon, other affiliates, custom orders, all that fun stuff. Do just appreciate you being here. You guys motivate me as well, so thank you for watching. I appreciate all the comments and what I learned from you guys. It's fun to be able to share back and forth and learn from you, and hopefully you guys learn from me. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Privilege.
Huge shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/TTMS.